Hello, this is Rogue Archetype, and this is a very serious video. It's how you get kicked out of our alliance. Congratulations on your alliance duels win. First one the alliance has had against the #1 alliance in the server. But there is an elephant in the room, and it's a very serious elephant because few people did the heavy lifting for 100 people. And there was enormous monetary investment involved to get us over the hump. There was a lot of time and effort. It was exhausting for the active people in the alliance to do all the work for the inactive people in the alliance. And we have two different types of inactive people. We have the types who are online, but we don't know what you're doing. You don't participate in the alliance chat. You don't participate in the alliance business. When we go do things, we don't see you in the chat. We don't see you on the missions that we conduct as alliance. You don't participate in the group's looting. When we go off and loot together, you're just farming and you're hurting us because what's happening is the rankings make us look like we are number 2. But all right, because you're building, you ain't attacking nobody, but you're building. All that means is we're doing a lot of construction. We're doing a lot of development. We got a lot of high-level buildings, but our activity level in a war game is what's important. So I'm telling you this to say, if we notice that you are online a lot, see that says online, we know. It says online. We know who's online. And we're doing alliance battles, or we're at war with another alliance, or we're being ambushed by another alliance, and you're out there running boomer missions and fighting zombies and doing the gathering missions and just feeding yourself, and we're out here taking hits for you, we're going to drop you. I'm going to show you. All I got to do is click on that member and click remove members. Click a reason why I'm removing you and you're gone, okay? And then we'll bring somebody who's waiting to join us in here. We have people on deck waiting to take your spot. I don't care what your HQ level is at all because you're hurting us, you're not helping us. Yesterday, our alliance members got ambushed and they had no help coming, because the active ones were already in the fight. Because we have 100 members and we have 10 people out there getting ambushed by the #1 alliance and there's no backup coming. I ran in there, but I feel like I was the only one. And then what made us matter is somebody posted one of those missions where you go out and gather the treasure, and we saw 36 trucks run out there to that gathering treasure thing. But nobody responded in the chat or teleported to help our members getting really ambushed by real attackers in a war game. I'm going to say this again. We know who's online because it says it. We know how long you've been offline. We know who's active. We know who's inactive. There's even a log where it tells me who did what. So you need to stop hiding behind our banner. You have to earn your keep. So this week in particular, we're going to pay special attention to people who are contributing to the alliance. What I care is when we go out to do something, we are efficient, we are organized, we are together, and nobody gets a drop on SK. I don't care where we are. If you teleport on us, you're about to have to stand on business. Because if I type a message in the chat, there should be 100 people showing up. Like, what's good, what we doing, what's up? If somebody teleports into our camp, there should be 100 trucks heading their way. If you're offline, I get it. If you're online, you better participate. Your power doesn't matter. There's always something you can do. Yesterday, we ran missions against other alliances where the weaker players, they were supports. They just put a shield up and they put reinforcements in the attackers' HQ. Not asking for a lot. Other people stood around the camp, and if somebody showed up, they'd run their truck out there, and they would lose. But when you run your truck out there, you don't lose troops, but you stop the attacker. If the attacker can't make it to the HQ, then you've interrupted that attack, you've saved that HQ. There's always something you can do regardless of your level. But if you do nothing but sit at our table and eat our food, we are kicking you out. So I'm going to predict what's going to happen this week. We're going to drop in our ranking, probably to number 4, because we're going to kick a lot of people out who are not contributing. Then we're going to invite in those who have seen our work ethic, who are aligned to our work ethic, who want to be a part of our work. We're going to let them in. We're going to let them grow with us. We're going to let them eat off our table. We know what you're doing, and we're going to call you on it. And whenever there's somebody knocking on the door, we're going to swap you out with them. If you got a level 22 HQ, great. Go farm somewhere else. We'll bring in a level 16 that will contribute to the missions, that will reinforce our battles, that will be active in the chat, at least read the chat, and respond when we make the call. If I type a message in the chat, and I bookmark an HQ, and I share it with an alliance, and I say attack or send or reinforce, there should be 99 vehicles trying to get in there. You're not eating at our table anymore for free. You don't have to be online all the time, but when you are online and something's going down, be in the mix. Always make sure there are teleporters in your warehouse. I have 3 Alliance teleporters. I've got 1 advanced right now. So collect teleporters. So when something goes down, you can be there. If you aren't a strong attacker, if you haven't developed that, make sure you have shields. Because you can be in a battle and never attack. Put your shield on and then send reinforcements to your allies that are attacking, so that when they get their HQ hit, they don't take a lot of damage. They might even win the matchup because of your reinforcements. But if you're just going to stand there and not involve yourself in anything ever, we're going to kick you out and you're just going to get out on your own. But you can't be here anymore. You can't eat at our table unless you helped put food on that table. And our R4s mean every word of it. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired of doing all the heavy lifting. All these R4s and a lot of these R3s are holding our alliance down. If you are an R1, you're on the cutting block. You are at risk of being removed, because when we get a strong player who wants to come in, we look at the R1 list. If you don't want to be an R1, then we need to see you in the chat. We need to see you when we're looting. We need to see you in the battles. We need to see you involved in the alliance activity. Okay? So, understand, if you don't communicate when we send messages, you'll be out. If you don't migrate and move with us when we are moving to other locations, you're on the list to go out. We have to clean up our alliance so that only the ones who help put food on the table are at the table. This is Rogue Archetype, out.